Well, guys, last week, the Denver Broncos cut ties with running back Melvin Gordon after another costly fumble. He did clear waivers, and it looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be signing this man to their practice squad. So let's talk about it. But first, how about those? What's up, guys? My name is Cole, and I do daily news about the Kansas City Chiefs, so make sure to sub if you're new, hit that like button, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into this quick hitter real quick about the Chiefs slated to sign Melvin Gordon to their practice squad. This is per Tom Pelissero 15 minutes ago as to when I'm recording this video. He says two-time Pro Bowler Melvin Gordon is expected to sign with the Chiefs practice squad per source. Released by Denver last week, Gordon should be active soon. Another weapon for the stretch run. And while I do think he is a weapon that can be used, that can be utilized, I'll get into why I think they really signed him in just a moment, and most of you are probably going to know why. But first, a little bit of background on Gordon. The Broncos waived their veteran running back on November 21st, just a day after his fumble at the goal line proved costly in their 22-16 overtime loss to the Las Vegas Raiders that sent the team tumbling into the AFC West basement at 3-7. Gordon, who has a penchant for fumbling in crucial situations in his career, burst up the middle on 3rd and 1 from the Raiders' 3 in the waning seconds of the first half. He had the first down, but was still trying to get into the end zone when Raiders defensive end Max Crosby punched the ball from his arms. Gordon had 2 touchdown runs this season to go with 5 fumbles, 2 of which he lost. So that gives him 26 career fumbles, 18 of them recovered by opponents. Nobody in the NFL has more fumbles or lost fumbles than Gordon over the past decade. He fumbled a dozen times in his 2+ seasons with the Broncos, losing 9 of them. 3 of his last 7 fumbles were returned for touchdowns, and 2 more came within a step of the goal line. Good God, that stresses me out to no end. For the season, though, he saw 90 attempts for 318 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 5 fumbles on the season. And in his career since being drafted in 2015, he has 6,462 yards, 55 TDs, and 26 fumbles, losing 18 of them, per the article I read just a moment ago. But man, this dude is a fumble factory, which is why the Broncos were forced to cut ties with him after another costly fumble this season. He did clear waivers, meaning no team of the 32 wanted this man on their team, but alas, he looks like he's going to be signing to the Chiefs practice squad. There's a couple reasons for that. Yes, he does provide some depth. That's a no-brainer. He's a tenured vet, even though he does have fumble issues. He knows his stuff. He's a decent running back, although I wouldn't prefer him to be on the team. But I think the bigger reason is this. The Chiefs play the Broncos twice in the next few weeks. They play them on December 11th, and then they play them just a few weeks later on January 1st, New Year's Day at noon. So I really think the Chiefs scooped him up for some intel. Hey man, I know your offense was god-awful as it was, and I know you're happy to be out of there, but can you give us, just a little bit of tidbits, some info, some insight into the Broncos' horrible offensive scheme and organization, so that way we can beat them by 50 instead of 40. Obviously, I'm being dramatic here, but the Broncos' offense has really struggled while their defense is really good. I do believe, though, they pulled him in to glean what they can from him about the Broncos' offense. I don't know to what extent he's actually allowed, to spill the beans on the schematics, the plays, all that stuff. But this happens all the time. Teams will pick up former players from other teams or steal them from the practice squad just a couple games before playing them. That happened to Chris Conley just a few weeks ago. He was on the Chiefs practice squad and the Titans signed him, and then he was released shortly after they played the Chiefs. And that's what the Chiefs are doing here, I believe. I would not cause any sort of panic that Ronald Jones is in trouble. I'm not even sure if we see Jerry and Ely or Wayne Gallman gone. We could. I don't know what the corresponding practice squad move is going to be. We'll have to wait and see, but I honestly think he's just a pickup to gather some intel and sort of get to know before the Chiefs play the Broncos twice in the span of 3 to 4 weeks in the middle of December and January 1st. So you're going to have to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of this signing? Do you think it's exactly for the main reason that I just gave you? Or do you think, they really do see him as valuable running back depth, and with CEH being out on IR, you can never be too careful. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let's fight about it down there per usual. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. How about those?